So check it out. This is the update video for the ryegrass overseed. Hang in there and we'll see how it's looking after 2 weeks from the overseeding. Hey neighbors, welcome back. In this video, we're gonna do a couple things. We're gonna take a look at my ryegrass overseed over my Bermuda from 2 weeks ago and see how it's doing. And then we're gonna look at the backyard that I did not overseed so that we can walk through what do you do with your Bermuda grass when it's coming into the colder season? How do you get it ready for fall and winter to still make it look good for when it's dormant? We'll go through that here in a second. Also got a new lawnmower just for scalping and sucking up all that scalp grass. I got a new Toro lawnmower. So let's check it out, come on. The ryegrass is coming up. It's probably about 4 inches tall right now. We'll get you down in here and get you a closer look at it. So you can look at it here, you can see that I got a good bit of grass up, but I still have some thin spots and I'm gonna overseed again. So what do you do with your Bermuda if you're not overseeding and you just want to keep it looking good when it goes into dormant season? Well, my backyard, I didn't overseed just for that reason, because I want to show you what you do with Bermuda when it's going into dormancy. So normally my grass would still be full green back here, but I scalped it a couple weeks ago because I was planning on overseeding it and I changed my mind. Normally, when you go into the fall and winter, you do not need to or want to scalp your Bermuda down. There's no reason to do that. What you want to do is wait for it to get cold enough and a couple frosts to come over, and you'll start seeing your grass turning yellow in certain spots. It's what I call brain grass. Maybe I can put a little picture of it right here, but it's what I call brain grass. And once you get that brain grass, now you can just lower the height of your mow just enough to cut that green off and get a nice even golden color across your lawn. Sometimes you can even get some stripes in your golden dormant Bermuda grass. So that's what we're gonna do right now. I'm gonna take it down one notch. I'm doing it a little bit early, but I'm gonna take it down one notch and give it a mow just to show you all what's up. Excuse the mess in here. I'm doing some reorganizing of the Christmas stuff before it becomes Christmas season, time to decorate. Although I think technically after Halloween, you can go and start decorating for Christmas, right? I don't know, who knows? But here's the Toro recycler. I didn't get like the best lawnmower there is just because I'm using this for scalping at the beginning and cutting a little bit off at the end of the season, but the rest of the season, I'm gonna be using my real mower. So I just need this for scalping really. And I have awesome neighbors who always let me borrow theirs, but I don't wanna borrow my neighbor's lawnmower every time I need to scalp. So this is the first time I'm opening this box. So you guys are right here with me, opening it up for the first time. Let's see what the Toro recycler looks like fresh out the box. Got our bag. Very important instruction manual. Comes with oil, but I bought the oil that they recommend for lifetime. You don't have to change oil ever, which just Just to let you know, I've never changed oil in my lawnmower before. Anyway, so I'm in big trouble for that. Y'all leave mean comments down below on how horrible I am for not ever changing oil in my lawnmower. So far, the box is pretty convenient. Sometimes these boxes are so annoying with all the zip ties and everything they have inside of them. This one seems pretty good so far. Let's see if it can keep that up. All right, let's see if we can pull it out without pulling my back out. I'll probably speed that footage up to make it look like I pulled it out a lot easier than what I did. Oh, it's really cool the way it snaps in there. Look, fill oil here. Okay, got a little lever here for mulching or bagging. And bada bing, now it's open. Of course, I'm doing this with no instructions, so forgive me if I do something stupid until I figure it out. Boom. Looks pretty good to me. All right, now we just need to add oil and gas. So let's add some oil. All right, so I just poured the whole thing in there, which is 8 ounces. So the engine oil holds about 16 fluid ounces. That was 8 ounces that I just added. So add about another 8 ounces of this. Looks pretty good to me. Side chute if you need it. There you go, first pull, first tank of gas, no primer button, just put fresh oil in it, and it cranks up on the first pull. Let's see how she cuts in the backyard. First mow with the personal pace Toro. Let's see what she does. All right, so it seems to be cutting really good. I'm barely taking anything off. I got it on the lowest setting, but y'all know I real mow, so I normally cut really low anyway. I let it grow up near the end of the season a little bit, so I'm not cutting that much off. You can see a little bit of the moon scalping that a rotary mower does, and that's one of the reasons why myself and other people go toward a real mower, because we're trying to avoid that moon-shaped scalping. We want to still cut low. Let's check out dumping the bag here. So just after a couple passes, you can see got a pretty full bag there. Now the personal pace system on here takes some getting used to if you're not used to it, which I'm not used to it. because this pushes in like this, and the more you push it in, the faster it goes. The less you push it in, slower it goes. It just takes me getting used to because I'm not used to something like that. Again, the goal with a winter mow or going in the fall season mow with Bermuda grass is not trying to scalp it down as low as you can go. You do that in the springtime when everything's warming back up. All we're doing right here is trying to cut it off to make it a clean cut for the winter time. So I just lowered just enough, which for my rotary mower is as low as it can go. And then I'll bring my reel out at the beginning of the season next year and bring it down a little bit lower to get a scalp in for the new season. So if you're wondering about how loud this thing is, I turned my watch on to listen in for the decibel level. And the decibel level on my watch when I was cutting was anywhere from 83 to 87 decibels. So this really should not hurt your ears, but it might be a good idea to throw in some earplugs just to tone down the noise a little bit. So we got it all done. We haven't really had our first frost here in Georgia, so I still got some green. And I would have had a lot more green if I wouldn't already tried to scalp it a few weeks ago with my neighbor's zero turn. But we still cut some off and getting it ready for winter time. Now, for you, if your Bermuda grass is still green, let it stay green as long as you can until, again, it gets that brain grass look. And then go ahead and cut that green layer off, and you'll be good to go for the rest of the year. You'll be set. So that's it. This is Toro Recycler 22-inch cut, smart stove, so it folds up. With the personal paste on there, at first it was really weird on the personal paste, but by the time I got a few stripes in, I got used to the personal paste, and it's just fine, and I like it. Now, remember, this is not the most expensive Toro lawnmower. I think this one was like $370. So not like the best of the best, but just one I can use to scout my lawn. I like it pretty good. Not too bad. So my lines with the Toro are not perfect by any stretch of the word, but it looks pretty good. I'm probably going to overseed one more time just to thicken it up a little bit, but that's not bad for a first mow on the ryegrass, 2 weeks old. So I'm not hating on it. And we'll see what happens week after week. All right, I'm going to finish up this mow. We got our first mow on the ryegrass. is looking pretty good. I'm going to overseed it one more time just to thicken it up a good bit. When you get in close, you can see some of the hollow spots. It looks good from a distance, but we're going to overseed again. I'll see y'all next week.